Yes, we can have Mr. Sylvester in the meeting. Dr. Oluwabunmi, please. I ask you to make him a co-host so that he can share his screen when the time comes.
Okay, thank you, Doc. Please, what?
His name is Sylvester. You can see Sylvester. Ebono.
IG. I can make it. Cool.
Thank you, please.
What is IG?
Yeah, Sylvester is there already. Just search Sylvester, SYL. Yeah, you can see it there. So make him a co-host. I welcome
Okay, and I asked what is ID so I can locate him.
Just search for his name. Search for Sylvester.
Okay, I'm
trying
to check
SYL, as you can see there. Yeah, thank you.
Sylvester. Okay, I've seen him.
Okay. This is 10 o'clock. By 10:02, we start fully. Just 2 minutes so that we can put things in order. I welcome everyone to the meeting again. Yes.
Good morning, Alpha.
Please, if you are not speaking, we advise everyone to mute. Mute your microphone. Please mute your
microphone. I've already made him a course.
Okay, yeah, good. You can mute everybody and make sure, maybe, yeah, just let everybody mute microphone. Yeah, thank you. So by 10:02, we'll start this meeting. Mr. Sylvester, please, I send you a chat. Please check your chat, and I want you to respond to me. Please. Check your message, please. So if you check the chat room, we have the other program. What we're going to follow is on the chat room. So, and in the chat room also, you can also introduce yourself, where you are joining us from, and to inform you that this webinar is live on YouTube, which means that you can have access to the webinar later after this meeting. Mr. Investor, please respond to my request on the chat room. We need that request before we start this meeting.
You didn't go in our clip. Okay, let me.
Okay. We appreciate if Mr. Sylvester can do that now. Well, yes, as we're waiting for him to respond to me, I want to use this time to welcome everyone to this webinar series. This is number 2. This webinar is organized, I would say it's powered by the Nigerian Library Association, Oyo State chapter. We had the first one 2 months ago, and this is the second one. And I welcome you. I'll be moderating This webinar is, we have a committee that is organizing this on behalf of the Nigerian Library Association, Justice Chapter. So at the right time, we're going to introduce the member of this committee. So as we are here, it's a webinar. We encourage all of us, if you are not speaking, please mute your microphone. Mute your microphone if you are not speaking. We appeal to you so that we don't have background noise. So please, as much as possible. So as a program, you can see we have the presentation for about 40 minutes. So after the presentation, there will be question and answers for the speaker. So please just note this. And again, as the presentation is going on, in case you have a question to ask or you have comments, we also encourage you to do this, which we are going to discuss together. So once again, I welcome you all to this meeting. Now we have the chairman of the Nigerian Library Association, Mrs. Adeyeye. So please, Ozoma, please mute your microphone. I want to encourage Dr. Bumi Bakari, please mute everybody and make sure nobody can unmute except we give them a right to unmute so that you can eliminate this background noise. So I said that we have the Nigerian Library Association, or your state chapter chairperson, Dr. Mrs. Sophia Adeyeye. In this meeting, Dr. Adeyeye is ably represented by Mrs. Grace Temilolu Ikena, who is the vice chairperson of the Nigerian Library Association of your state chapter. I welcome you, Dr. Ikena, Mrs. Grace Temilolu Ikena, to give us a welcome address. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, the chairman of the Capacity Committee of the Nigerian Library Association of your state chapter. Good morning to everyone, all participants here present. On behalf of the chairman of the Nigerian Library Association of your state chapter, I welcome you all specially to today's edition of the webinar series 2. I bring you greetings from the chairman, who is unavoidably absent, and she's away for an important assignment in the US. She would love to join us, but for some reason, she may not be able to come online now. So I just implore us to
who have connected to be monitoring this program
at the training today, because the training is one that is most useful for our profession, and we're looking at it from the angle that it is very, very educative, it is informative, it's very inspiring, it's geared towards learning more about artificial intelligence and emerging technology. Yeah, this has come to stay because we cannot just do without it. So we employ all of us to be open-minded, to learn and to practice what we are going to take away from today's edition. Thank you very much. I want to rest my case now and allow the second
po tayo dadaan. Kasi medyo traffic. Sa likod lang po kami ng Jollibee Visayas.
Okay, thank you very much. Dr. Bumi Bakari, please mute everybody, or you make me host so that I can do this. The background noise is much. People are disturbing. Please, you can make me host so that I can. I don't have a right to do this. We don't want to
communicate him directly in the chat.
Sorry, apology, please. We need to mute everybody. I appeal to Dr. Bakari, who is the host of this meeting, to do that. Okay, sorry. I think I can do this now. Mute all. Okay. Yeah. Okay, good. So I think we are saying now we have the same meeting now. So if you want to speak, you raise your hand, then you speak. I also asked Dr. Bakari to check your WhatsApp so that we can move on. Yeah. So I want to welcome everyone to this meeting, and now we want to as we know that ChatGPT has come to stay in one way or the other, and it is what is happening all over the world. ChatGPT, which is generative pre-trained transformer architecture, is specifically, trained to behave like human being. Is an artificial intelligence, and we know that everything you need to get, you can get through this. As a result, is like a threat, well, to our profession in the library science or as librarians. So we want to hear from experts how we can maximize the use of this software or this application to our advantage. So I invite Dr. Bakari to read the profile of the speaker of today before we move on. Dr. Bakari, over to you. Okay, so I'm not sure if he's in the meeting. I think she told me she has a challenge. Well, I will just read the profile from here. We have our speaker today. His name is Sylvester Ebono. Sylvester Ebono is a digital leader and a purpose-driven youthpreneur who believes in taking up responsibilities for positive change and teamwork. He has a deep understanding that people are gifts from God. Sylvester is a certified librarian of Nigeria with over 10 years of experience in library consultations, setup, and administration. He is currently the head of the e-service of the Admiralty University of Nigeria. Sylvester is a brand strategist, a competent aptitudes trainer for the Grow the Google program, and also he has facilitated seminars, campaign workshops for over 10,000 participants in academic, faith, corporation, and social platforms on leadership, team building, organizational management, information and digital literacy, purpose, youth empowerment, and career-related topics. I hereby welcome our speaker, Mr. Sylvester Ebono, to have the floor for the next 40 minutes. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Dr. Alonge. Thank you so much. I want to confirm, please, that you can hear me. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. We can hear you clearly.
Okay, and good morning to all the executives of NLA or your state, and good morning to all participants. And it also depends from where you are participating from. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So, but I want to quickly just mention that I've been trying to share my slide. I've been trying to get familiar with the, to optimize my slide with the platform, but it's not been going through. Please just permit me to put up my slide so that we can start.
You have the right to put up your slide. You are a co-host of this meeting.
Okay. Okay. I think it's on now. So I'm about sharing now. Sharing. I wish I could do this before I was called up. I'm actually presenting with Canva, so it's quite complex, not PowerPoint.
So as the speaker is trying to share his screen, there will be a link for attendance. And strictly, if you need certificates, you need to fill that attendance. You know, it's only people that attends this meeting will be issued a certificate or certificates. So the link will be shared very soon. Again, the host, I mean, the speaker, you have the right. And also I've given you further rights. You can share your screen. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm doing that now. Okay, immediately it says screen sharing has failed to start. The window you select is invalid. Oh, goodness. Which of the screens are you seeing? This is my primary screen. No, my notes.
Okay, we are seeing your primary screen. I mean your notes, the note. So maybe you can just do the setting from your hand, so you can see the secondary screen. Yeah.
I want to really, please, Doc, I really wish I could do this before now. I had some challenges before now with computers. As you can see, I'm using a touch light to actually illuminate where I am now. Some unforeseen circumstances happened. But I want to promise everyone here today that the value you are going to get is nothing compared to anything you've gotten anywhere. Just please bear with me until I'm able to put up my slide in the mode that it should be in. I just almost there. It's not working yet. Sure.
So as we are waiting for him, please drop your name and where you are joining from. That is not the attendance. The attendance link will be posted soon, just for interaction. And also you can drop information about your expectation and some others. So very soon, I know our speaker, we get the system right. Thank you.
This is bad. Can you see, which screen can you see now?
It's coming up now. I'll be able to tell you. Yeah.
Well, I think it's my whole screen you can see now.
Yes, we can see the other screen. It's okay now.
Which, are you seeing two screens? I want you to see just one.
One screen. Maybe you can move the screen.
What are you seeing?
Two screens.
We are seeing two screens. Okay, it's one screen now on top of the other. You can drag that one out, or you double click on top. Yeah, yes, it's okay now. We are seeing one screen. Yes, which is the yes.
Then,
yes.
Okay.
You can have the floor, sir.
Wait, excuse me. No, that's not it.
Yes, Mr. Sylvester, we can see just a single screen. And I believe that is the screen you want us to see. Yeah.
Connect it to projector. That's the reason I've been having these issues. All right. Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me now, Doc?
Clearly, we can hear you clearly and we can see your screen. Thank you very much. Go ahead.
Okay. I want to sincerely, this is unlikely of me, but I don't know. my village people used to be very great people, but I don't know why they followed me here today. So right away, I'll dive right in. The topic we are here to talk about is ChatGPT versus librarians. And like I said, I really sincerely appreciate the NLA executive for selecting me and finding me worthy to speak on this very controversial and yet significant topic today to different librarians from different parts of the world. So I'll dive right away to showing you the agenda for today. Let me see what's showing. The agenda for today. The agenda for today, I believe you can see it on your screen. I'm not sure, but what you have on your screen is segmented into 4 areas: an introduction, and the part where I will talk about AI versus librarians. And then I will expose us to creative ways that you can use AI and ChatGPT for improving library services. Please, Dr. Alonge, confirm that you can see my agenda, please.
No, your screen is not moving. We can also only see the one you shared earlier, which is the first page of your
connected.
Yeah, so make sure maybe you click to make it move.
Sir?
Yeah, what I can see is the first page of your PowerPoint.
Okay. Oh my goodness. This slide, this presentation is an interactive one, and you must see what I'm doing. Dr. Alonge.
Yes.
Power has just been restored where I am, and there's just one thing that was causing this problem. It needs a secondary screen, a projector. So I'm turning the projector on now so that I can easily share that screen.
Please go ahead.
Please just give me a moment to do that, and then it will be seamless from now.
Okay, thank you very much. As we're waiting for him to reconnect, once again, I can see people from different parts of the world, Nigeria, different parts of locations in Nigeria, even people joining us from outside the country. As we're waiting for him, let me just give room. What is your expectation? Have you ever heard about ChatGPT? Have you ever used ChatGPT? So just one person or two, just 1 minute, 30 seconds, let's interact and where you are joining from. So if you want to speak, just raise your hand, they will give you the room to speak. Yeah, ChatGPT is a software, is an application AI that has come to change everything about the world. The way we're thinking, the way we are doing things, even lecturers, librarians is a threat to us. Because at times as a lecturer, you don't know if your student is bringing an essay written 100% by the ChatGPT, by the machine. So what are we going to do to eradicate or to limit this? Or what are we going to do to use this ChatGPT to our advantage as lecturers, as library and information professionals, as an individual, as human being? So let's discuss. Anybody want to discuss, you can chat, you can raise your hand, I'll give you room to speak. Thank you. Okay, yes, I can see a message from Techno KDP. Please, you can name yourself. I heard about ChatGPT from my UL yesterday when I saw the webinar. I said to myself, I must attend this webinar in order to know more. Yeah, Techno, unfortunately, we couldn't get your name. Yeah, you can put your name there. Yeah, good. I can see somebody speaking from Uyo, that's good. I can see somebody joining us from Nairobi, that is good. Yeah, so want to share your experience about the use of ChatGPT as we are waiting for the speaker to connect. Yes, Dr. Ebijua is saying that I've used GPT before, and I also vowed with, I can't get what you are saying there. So we can see, good morning, I'm Charity Oneke from Babalakin and Kolo Library. Yeah. So if you want to speak, yeah, I can see hands up. Yes, let me start with the Ezekiel Okon. Please, over to you. You can unmute yourself. Yes, as we are waiting for the speaker. Yeah, Ezekiel Okon. Yeah, you can unmute yourself, and also our PRO, Mr. Ariola, also want to say something. Yeah, I've given you right to unmute. Over to you.
Doctor, good morning. Dr. Longe. Good morning.
Yeah.
Can you get me?
I can hear you, please. You can go ahead, you know, briefly, because we are
I'm so happy that I am part of this webinar this morning. I saw the link yesterday online, and I decided to take it and also post it in our group, NLA group of Akwa Ibom State. And I'm Ezekiel Okon from Akwa Ibom State. I'm so happy to be part of ChatGPT and Librarian Face of Librarian today, because I've been reading about it on my own, trying to really understand the concept, the benefits, and the effect it will have on librarianship as a whole.
Okay, thank you very much.
So coming here to learn, I want money to learn.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, Mr. Ariola is the PRO. No, oh, that's Akinola. I can see Mr. Ariola also raising hand. Over to you. I thought it's Mr. Akinola. Yeah. Yeah, over to you. Yes, I can see some chat. Okay. Oyebola Bolariwa was saying that ChatGPT is good, but if care is not taken by librarians, it can sweep. It can sweep. That is that. It can sweep. Okay, sorry, I've lost that. You can see more chats. Yeah. Are you ready, Mr. Sylvester, to go ahead? Yes, I can see your screen is moving now. I was reading, yes, Oyebola Bolaniwa, it can sweep us off guard, you know, and the only thing for us to do is to brace up in our studies, introduce it to the learning schedule in the library school. Yeah, that is good. Thank you very much for that. I can see hands. Dr. Elvis also is raising hand. Yeah, just briefly, you can speak. Are you set, Sylvester, to continue? Solomon is saying that I heard about ChatGPT in library through a friend's paper. You know, yeah, the journal. That's good. So people, it shows that as we are here, we've heard about this before in one way or the other. So, Sylvester, are you set to take over? Okay, we are still waiting.
Right. No, we're not.
Okay, okay. Yeah. Dr. Elvis, over to you. You want to say something? Yeah.
Good. I'm Dr. Elvis from Owerri, Imo State. I was on the issue that personally I've come across GPT several times, but I've not gotten the knowledge about it. I've been asking some of my superiors to give me more knowledge in order to get this. And surprisingly, I got a flyer and actually form. I think I have more of my colleagues down here. And I told them there is need for us to come in and learn.
Thank you very much, Dr. Thank you, Dr. Elvis. Thank you very much. I know we have a lot of comments which you can read. I can see that Mr. Sylvester Ebonu is set. I want to believe that. Over to you. I have the floor.
All right. Thank you very much. I believe we can all hear me now. So, pardon me, I'm using another computer to share my screen, and then while I'm facing another computer to speak. So thank you for your understanding. So like I was saying, on the agenda today, I'm going to introduce a very disruptive elephant that is in the library. This elephant is in your library. The elephant is in my library. I'm going to introduce that elephant to every one of us here today, and then I'm going to establish some definitions. based on my own, on the concept of this work. So it may not be your own understanding of the terms, but then for the sake of your response to be in line with the context of this work, I'm going to be sharing with you new definitions to popular words that you know. And then we're going to look at why ChatGPT is actually a big deal today. And then we will go into looking at what people are actually doing with ChatGPT and what is holding librarians down, and if we should actually compete or collaborate. Once we are through with that, I will now share with you why most of us are here today. How can we use AI to improve our careers? How can we use it to improve our jobs and services in the library? And then lastly, I'm going to share with you very professional experience and recommendations with everybody here today. So this is on my agenda. So, and if you are with me, you can hear me clearly and you understand that this agenda can achieve your purpose of being here. Please just go into the comment section, type your name, let me know where you're watching from, and type deal. Just give me a knuckle, like you're saying deal. This is a deal. We are having a deal to go on with this agenda. So having agreed on this deal, I want to let us quickly see something. That this particular webinar, from the way it has started, you realize it is not a regular one at all. Like I said, it seems my village people escorted me into the webinar. So it's not a regular one at all. So I'm going to be breaking some status quo. I'm going to be making this webinar a very interactive one where I don't have to be speaking alone. So this is one thing that makes this webinar not the usual one. I also intend to use a collaborative tool, Mentimeter, to get your feedback, which I intend to share with some researchers after this webinar. Then secondly, I want to quickly announce that it's a disclaimer, actually, that I am not an AI expert. I am just an AI enthusiast. I'm just enthusiastic about technologies that we can use to improve library services. I have always had interest in things like this. And since January, I have been making research on ChatGPT and this new AI. I've been following them, and like my preparation for this webinar, it took a whole lot, because while I was preparing, while I would have one opinion about ChatGPT today, Bard is releasing a new update. So I kept updating my slide till few hours ago. So that's how AI is. And I ensure that this slide, when you get it, it will be one of the most resourceful documents you have ever gotten your hands into. And then one other last information you need to know about this webinar is that I'm going to, oh, this thing is okay now. Okay. All right. I'm going to appeal to those who are professors here, those who are tech gurus here. The way I actually carry out my trainings, I carry out my trainings like I'm actually doing trainings for learners, people who are first timers. So some persons who are actually professionals here, like real godfathers in it, unlike me, I'm just an enthusiast. You might just even enjoy my approach, because it's going to be really engaging. So very quickly, I want you to watch this video on your screen. And then immediately you watch it, I just need just 2 persons to give me their feedback, what they think about the video, and they just need to, I'm going to control the video. So please, can you guys hear the video online? Can't hear. Doc, please, can you hear the sound?
Yeah, we can hear the sound.
Okay.
But it's very fainting. Maybe you didn't share it through the your screen.
Oh. Okay.
Share audio from the system.
Yeah. Is it not too late, Doc? Should I stop and reshare? So that I can click that option.
Hope you don't have issue again. Hope you don't have issue.
No. I won't have issue again.
Share with you. You can restart.
I have to. Okay, let me stop and reshare so that I will activate all the audio. So I'm sharing again now.
Maybe the digital intelligences we were building on computers.
Yeah, we can hear now.
Better than the brain. And that sort of changed my mind after about 50 years of thinking we would make better digital intelligences by making them more like the brain. I suddenly realized we might have something rather different that was already better.
Now, this is something you and your colleagues must have been thinking about over these 50 years. I mean, what was there a tipping point?
There were several ingredients to it. Like a year or two ago, I used a Google system called Palm that was a big chatbot, and it could explain why jokes were funny. And I've been using that as a kind of litmus test of whether these things really understood what was going on. And I was slightly shocked that it could explain that jokes were funny. So that was one ingredient. Another ingredient was the fact that things like ChatGPT know thousands of times more than any human in just sort of basic common sense knowledge. But they only have about 1 trillion connection strengths in their artificial neural nets. And we have about 100 trillion connection strengths in the.
All right. So I had to stop the video because we've spent a lot of time already. So let me just give a brief description about the video. Everyone, that video you just watched, which in the slide, the way I've prepared my slides, they are all clickable links. It's an interactive slide. You will be able to get access to all the sources and materials that I used in real time. Immediately you click on them. So that's one thing I've done to help you get a proper understanding of this topic. So what Geoffrey Hinton is saying, Geoffrey Hinton is the godfather of AI, and Amman Paul once interviewed him, and he categorically stated that they are losing control of AI. AI is no more, it wasn't what they who created it in the beginning, they never thought it would get where it is right now, and they foresee that there are some dangers coming, that AI can actually happen to be smarter than humans. So I'm going to leave this there because this was just a video. So because the introduction starts like this. You can see on your screen right now a very disruptive elephant that has walked into a library. We don't know how this elephant has got into that library. I've only heard of the words, the elephant in the room. I'd never heard of the word elephant in the library. But when I Googled elephant in the library, I noticed that that word actually existed. So to be distinct, I included the disruptive elephant in the library. But then the elephant in the library, I realized, meant so many different things. And I'm going to digress now to show you how AI can actually ignite creativity in you. May I announce to you, this photo that you see on your screen, you can never find it anywhere else in the world. I created this photo, every bit of it, with the assistance of artificial intelligence. I told it exactly how to create the image, and this AI actually created the image you are seeing on the screen for me. Now, let me show you how I did that. Now, what you are seeing right now on your screen, by the left-hand side, I believe you can see my cursor, yes. By this left-hand side is a prompt I used. I actually communicated to ChatGPT, first of all, because I had an idea of what I wanted to create in Bing. Bing created the image for me. I had an idea of the image I wanted to create, but I didn't have the appropriate words, and time was running out for me. I needed a picture to start this introduction. So I ran to ChatGPT and said, ChatGPT, please, can you prepare a prompt for me? A prompt or a query that I can use to instruct Bing AI to create an image for me. I want an elephant that is in a library and a librarian staring at that elephant in awe. ChatGPT recrafted that particular that prompt, and the grammar it spoke. Can you take this projector back so that I can see? It's too small. I can't read it out. So let me try to read what it says there. Can anybody see it? The prompt. I mean, this one here, this one right here.
Yes, we can see it.
Doc, can you read it? I can't see it. My screen is small.
It's a create an hypothetical image of
hyper-realistic.
Okay, hyper-realistic image of a professional. It's very blurry. Black librarian standing in. Yeah, I can't see that. It's very tiny as an elephant. Library, I can see library. So it's very tiny.
Okay. They've adjusted my screen. Okay, good. So the text read, create a hyper-realistic image of a professional Black librarian standing in awe as an elephant hides in a corner of the library, blah, 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 and all that. So what Bing did with this prompt that I gave to it, Bing created these 4 pictures of elephants you are seeing. And I did not like what it actually created because it was bringing in natural light into the library, and I didn't want that. So I had to work extra to instruct this AI on what to do, and it actually gave me exactly what I needed for this presentation. So one opportunity I want to introduce to you right now is, gone are the days where you go into Google and you want to search for a picture to use for your presentation. And you are searching for a man with a laptop. And you know that when you get those pictures, you may have to have license for those photos. With AI, you can now create your own images, describe it the way you want, because sometimes you go into Google and you are not able to get the exact results you need. So this is one thing that AI can do for you, and it is what I am introducing to you today. I'm going to show you tips on how to create more of things like this. But then back to this particular elephant in the library. Why is this elephant seen as being disruptive? Some people see this elephant as being disruptive because they seem to have forgotten about history so soon. History has it that since 1450, printing characterized civilization in humanity. And then, pardon me, I don't have the correct dates, but I just know that from printing, we started seeing computers, and then internet came on board, mobile technologies came on board, blockchain and big data, Internet of Things, machine learning and robotics started coming on board, cloud computing, AI right now is where we are seeing now. So, and what I want to mention here is, let us not act like AI is a new thing. I've seen a lot of librarians write about AI. They wrote about AI as far back as 10 years ago from some materials that I have. I'd attended one, LROCN conference, and one doc presented something on artificial intelligence. But the question I'm going to be asking today is, how come we were writing so much about artificial intelligence, and when the practical part of it came, some of us now seem to have no clue about it. Some of us are even resisting it. Some of us are now being scared that it will take our jobs. Some of us are just worried. Some of us don't even know how to approach this thing when we know that this thing will come. Now, for instance, this is the kind of fear that many people are having today. This picture, I first saw this picture in 2020 during the COVID-19. during COVID-19, I saw this picture trending, and recently I saw it on Twitter, and the source is there actually for you to check later. In just 10 years, both the cameraman and the pilot you see right there, they lost their jobs. And they lost their jobs to who? To drones. Are we together? They lost their jobs to drones. Now, I have a big question to actually position to you right now. We are not the only ones assuming on this case, please. We are not the only ones saying that AI is going to take our jobs. Even photographers currently, hello, can you see the screen? Even, hello.
Hello. Yeah, you still have the floor. Please go ahead. Thank you very much. Yeah, please, for people that couldn't join the Zoom, we have a link of our YouTube. You know, this is live on YouTube. Please direct other people to the YouTube so they can be part of us. So, Mr. Sylvester, you have the floor. Thank you very much.
Okay. Okay, sir. So sir, I was saying, even photographers, young students, like for instance, I am a photographer also, and I've seen students who walk up to me and tell me, who I walk up to want to take pictures, they tell me they have very smartphones, iPhone 30 and iPhone 20 and so on, that their phone cameras are even better than my DSLR camera. So the question I would like to ask now, I would like to see the answers in the chat box. I'm going to open the chat area now, please. Please tell me what you think. If this man in the helicopter, the pilot and the cameraman loses their job to drone, what do you recommend that they should start doing? Do you think they should just go jobless? What do you think? How do you think they can innovate? How do you think they can evolve from the scratch again and even be relevant in their roles? Also, for the photographer whose students have taken their job by using smartphones, what do you think photographers can do? Please, can I see their comments? Just show me anybody that responds. Let me see. I want to ensure that we are all engaging. Okay, yes, I can see their comments now. I haven't seen any response yet. Okay, so please recall that I said this will not be the regular webinar. I need your interaction to actually move on. I need your interaction, your feedback to actually move on with this presentation. So while I'm getting your feedback, let me now introduce to you the definition of some terms I said I would share. Now, the definition of those terms are, number one, according to UNESCO defines artificial intelligence as systems with the ability to process data in a way which resembles intelligent behavior. But then this is how I think you can understand what artificial intelligence is. Artificial intelligence is a technology, at least you know what technology is. It's a technology that is developed by humans, that can make decisions like humans, can think like humans, and it can carry out tasks like humans. It can carry out these tasks that would usually require human knowledge, human intelligence. These machines can actually do these things. And examples of such technologies are chatbots, robots, self-driving cars. These are things people regard as artificial intelligence. Then one very important thing you need to know is prompting. Prompting is the activity of instructing AI, giving it a command, telling it what to do. It is the way humans communicate to AIs. You use specific keywords, just like when you are on Google search. We were taught about Boolean search and all that. Boolean search in AI it may not be necessary because AI understands you, so it doesn't need any complexity. You understand how you speak. So you can even write a whole, you can put very long sentences and AI will give you response, compared to when you put very long statements in Google. Google will just confuse you and get you lost. Also, the very important thing I want to define here today is the focus of the topic we are talking about. What does it mean to compete, and what does it mean to collaborate? Don't forget, I said the topic for this webinar is ChatGPT versus librarians. Collaborate or compete. Now, by competing, I mean that we're looking at people who are always criticizing technology. We're looking at people who are feeling intimidated by technology. We're looking at people who are resisting and fighting technology. Then by collaborating with technology, we are looking at people who leverage technology. We are looking at people who are receptive to innovations and technology, who appreciate and work in collection and collaborate with these tools for their own productivity. Then there's the last set of people who are here today. And these three sets of people, I want to promise you, they are among those who are in this webinar today. They are the ones who just want to cruise. And they can be assumed as observers. They do not, what do they call them in church? Should I say the prayer? No, prayer warriors are even active in church. But there are some certain people in the backbenchers, yes, they just observe, correct, take note of where the pastors is making a mistake and all that. Passers by, they gossip, they just want to live their life without AI. They just say, I don't want problem, I don't want AI wahala. These are the three categories of people in this webinar today. And we need to, at the end of the day, I will come before you and ask you what actually is your stand. Now, the question is, what's the fuss about ChatGPT? To access ChatGPT, for those of you who are asking, to access ChatGPT, type chat.openai.com. It's on your screen. I think my mouse can point to it. This is it. Chat.openai.com. That is how to access ChatGPT. So that's the first step. Now, let me explain to you what ChatGPT is and why ChatGPT all of a sudden started beginning to trend. There is actually many other technologies, but what value did ChatGPT bring to the table that is making it trend? From ChatGPT OpenAI website, ChatGPT said, OpenAI said that ChatGPT is trained to follow an instruction in a prompt and provide a detailed response. They said, we have trained a model, and this model is a large language model. We have trained a large language model that interacts in a conversational way, unlike Google search. This conversation that we are having now as humans, they are telling us that ChatGPT is like that kind of application, can relate with you like your brother. And when you ask your brother a question, or not even your brother, it can relate with you like a librarian. And when you ask a librarian a question, the librarian is bound to answer you based on his job. Now, this dialogue format makes it possible for ChatGPT to answer your questions. It also can admit its mistake. ChatGPT can also challenge incorrect premises, and it can reject inappropriate requests that you ask ChatGPT. Now, for those of you who are still wondering, why is this ChatGPT reigning all over the place? ChatGPT is reigning because OpenAI launched it less than a year ago, November 2022. And in just May, as at this month that we are right now, ChatGPT has over 150 million subscribers. Not just that, ChatGPT has motivated many other tech companies and AI companies to release their own different type of AI tools, over 2,000 because of ChatGPT. And because of ChatGPT also, and because of this trendy issue, I and my colleagues, staff and students, we had to hold a library conversation, my Admiralty University of Nigeria library. And the theme of that conversation we held, you need to watch that video. But In this place, I have shared with you the link to read the report so that you can learn from what happened. The theme was ChatGPT, the new love of undergraduate students, healthy or unhealthy relationship. So this was what we were talking about as at February 14th, where lovers were busy going to clubs and doing all they were doing. We were busy in the library talking about ChatGPT as at February, just few months after the release. Now, people are still not even aware about ChatGPT. Now, let me tell you why ChatGPT caught my attention. You may want to write this down or screenshot this. ChatGPT caught my attention because of these things you see. ChatGPT can give you instant assistance. Unlike humans, you can approach a librarian to ask a question right now. The librarian can tell you, I don't know the answer. They've not paid me salary for 3 months now, so I'm not in the mood. And you know how people have stereotyped librarians to be the shushing type. When your voice is too loud, you're asking the question, they'll tell you, shh, whisper your question. So many stereotypes and so many reasons why that ChatGPT must have seen and analyzed a survey before they started bringing these kind of values into their software. So, and instant assistance means that it's saving the time of the users, which is a library rule. Number 2, personalized conversation. I've explained that. Unlike search engines like Google, where you have to be typing keywords and Boolean searching and spending hours in databases and everywhere looking for a material, you would type keywords and type and type and type and not see what you are looking for. In this case, just express your mind the way you can express your mind. ChatGPT understands you. It has been taught your ways, and it will give you answer to that question you asked. That's ChatGPT for you. Number 3, like I described in that image in my introduction, ChatGPT ignited creativity in me, and it provides intelligent, dull responses. Or should I say intelligent and intelligently dull responses. If there's anybody writing that down or you are watching later after now, please make sure you rewind me and listen clearly. So I'm rewinding myself here now, and I want to say clearly, ChatGPT can provide intelligent responses and answers. 1, it can also provide intelligently dull, I don't want to say stupid, responses also. So bear that in mind. But then number 4, ChatGPT can solve problems. It can boost productivity. All this, I'm going to show you how you can bring it into the library as in real time. And for those who are library heads here right now, be ready for transformation in your library. Be ready for transformation amongst your librarians. I don't know, I feel like saying praise the Lord right now. So if you feel that you are getting pumped up and getting ready to catch this value, can I see you say deal? Don't say amen, please. Say deal. Just type deal in the chat area. Let me know you are following me. Type deal. Let me know you're ready. Okay. Great. I can see my people. Omotayo, thank you. Omotayo, yes. Techno, Ibrahim, Adeyika, yes. Margaret, yes. I know you are in the spirit. Yeah, good. Happiness, BC, yes. Now I know you are ready for me. Now let me show you quickly how does ChatGPT work. This is how ChatGPT works. ChatGPT is like a very smart computer. A very smart, intelligent computer, like a smartphone. And I know LIS professionals, we were taught in school, human language and machine language, programming language, that the computer does not understand human language, that there's something, is it transducer and one thing that converts human language to compiler. Dr. Alonge, suppose know this thing. It converts human language to computer language. So when you type A on your keyboard, there is something that converts it to zeros and ones. We were all taught this in the IT course.
Binary language.
Exactly.
Binary.
So, but then thank God I had already made a disclaimer. So my hands are clean, please. I'm not a computer expert. I'm just an enthusiast, and AI excites me. So So what I'm saying, I'm trying to describe this AI, how it works, so that you can know how to be using it. Experts, programmers, developers, what they have done is they have taught this smart computer, they have taught it how humans think. They have taught it that humans, they get angry easily. Oh, if you don't give them the answer that they want, they will get angry and just slap you or something. Programmers have taught AI so many things, different kind of things about humans. It has also taught it a lot of information on the internet. So I don't know how many of us have watched movies. I like tech movies and even cartoons, but I've also watched some cartoons where you see some robots. They carry a book and you tell them in the film, say, read the book. Have you seen it where the robots will carry the book like this and just do it, just turn the pages of the book, and immediately, in less than 5 seconds, that robot has memorized everything in that book and can start telling you. If you have seen any movie like that, just confirm it for me. Confirm it for me in the chat section to let me know I'm flowing, because my chat area section is open, so I can, yeah. Hey, Diri, my guy, thank you. Yes, you love movies like me. Great. So the way ChatGPT can read all these things, this is how ChatGPT has learned everything in the internet until 2021. So anything you ask it that is within that line, it will answer you. But ask it something beyond it, problem will come. So this is how actually ChatGPT works. They have been trained, and the more we are using it, the more we are asking it questions. And if it answers and we show that we are satisfied with those responses that ChatGPT gives to us, ChatGPT claps for itself. It tells itself that, wow, I have learned something. So this response I gave is a correct answer. If it wasn't a correct answer, the person asking me would have rebelled or contested my response. So, but when you contest the response, it knows that, okay, my answer wasn't appropriate. So it keeps learning. And one thing I like about BARD, for example, if you go to BARD is another type of AI. BARD will say, hi, I am BARD, your creative and helpful collaborator. I have limitations and I won't always get it right, but feedback will help me to improve. So this is to let you know that AI is learning. The more we are using it, it's learning. But come to think of it, somebody that is a learner is who we are talking about here today. That's to tell you that when it becomes smart, very, very smart or smarter, then we should be ready for real revolution. So going further, oh, I think my slide, did it go out? Can you still see my slide? Oh, I was signed out too. I was signed out. No. Okay. I'm back. Let me share my screen. Network. Hello, Doc. Can you see my screen? I was disconnected briefly. Where's my handkerchief?
Yeah. It's coming up again. It's coming up now. We are going to see it now. Yeah.
Please, so I want to ask one more question, please. I hope I'm not too fast. I'm being too fast because I have spent a lot of time already.
Yeah, you're in order. It's okay. It's okay.
And please, for those of you who think I'm too loud, I'm naturally loud. Those who know me knows I have a very loud voice. So
again, if you see anybody that wants to join the meeting, they can still join. They can join us on YouTube. The link is there. And the attendance is very, very important. Yeah, please make sure you fill the attendance sheets. Thank you. Oh, go ahead, sir.
Okay, you can see my screen now.
Clearly, sir.
Okay, now this, for instance, shows you the amount of the effort I put into preparing this for you. And I just can't wait. It will be so exciting for me when I finally release this slide to you. Because if you study this slide, now, apart from ChatGPT, there are 3 other AI tools that I'm recommending. I mean, two other, which is Bard. Bard is owned by Google. Google Bard. Google Bard released its own not very long ago as a competition, a major rival to ChatGPT. And if for those of you who follow me on Facebook, I made a post where I made my comparison and recommended my top 3. I started, my number 1 recommendation was Bard. But then that was without me even doing a very in-depth analysis like what you can see on your screen right now. For instance, the pricing of Bard is entirely free, just like Google search engine is free. So you can go into Bard search AI and ask questions and do whatever you want to do for free. Unlike ChatGPT. ChatGPT is free also, but then they have a premium service, and that premium service will cost you $20 per month. Bing also is owned by Microsoft. We all know Bing, Edge browser. If you check your Edge browser, Bing is there waiting for you. It has a chat bot there now that does similar things like this. So then secondly, in Bard, let me also surprise some of you who are asking what ChatGPT can do and all that. These are some of the features of what these technologies can do. Do you know that a Chinese person can go into Bard, type in Chinese and ask Bard anything in Chinese? Bard will also respond to that person in Chinese. ChatGPT, and that's because Bard can convert, supports up to 133 languages around the world, apart from Pidgin. I'm not sure there's Pidgin. So it can speak Pidgin. Okay, don't mind me. I didn't check the whole list. So please disclaim that. Then ChatGPT also has 95 different languages in this premium, over 95, while Bing has up to 100 messages. So for instance, somebody sends you a message in Chinese or Korean or French. All you need to do is copy that text, put it in ChatGPT. ChatGPT will convert it to English for you. So then access reliability. What I noticed is Bard can be accessed at any time of the day. It gives you access. It does not restrict you. So I measured it with three check marks. So and which is the highest check mark that I'm using to rate these AIs. Also, if you look at ChatGPT, ChatGPT has 2 check marks in the free version because they want you to actually pay to enjoy premium services. The premium services can give you limitless access, and the access is reliable. So, but if you are using the free ChatGPT, bear in mind that when you want to access it, sometimes it can tell you that, there are a lot of people using me right now, so I'm not able to provide response. Sometimes you open it, it doesn't open, and because of a lot of traffic, a lot of users currently on ChatGPT. Bing, on the other hand, also can give you great access, but then I actually rate Bing so low. And then please note my disclaimer there that these ratings were based on my own review, my own experience, my own, please. So don't think that this should be the final reviews. Also, recalling chat history. Bard is very poor at recalling chat history. ChatGPT Plus can do that very well, and ChatGPT Free can do that. Then the credibility of the information, which concerns librarians. If you want to rely on information from AI, one of the AI I recommend for you, I know ChatGPT is raining right now. The AIs I recommend is Bard. Bard is more credible because it has access, real-time access to the internet, and because it is powered by Google, and Google is my friend. I do a lot of things with Google. I work with Google. I'm a Google digital skills trainer also. So I know what Google brings to the table compared to ChatGPT and Bing. Then security, if you notice, there is a red mark on Bard that I have in security with ChatGPT. I trust the security level of Google. It's not something anybody can just hack because Google is not a newcomer like ChatGPT. Google has been in this game for a long time. But what I'm concerned about Google Bard is Google Bard has access to all your personal searches, even outside, what's it called? Even outside Bard. So Google can use all this, your private information, and I'm not comfortable with that kind of feature, unlike ChatGPT. So ChatGPT level is low. Then when we look at the integration to website, which I'm going to introduce to librarians, you can actually integrate ChatGPT into your website such that you automate Ask the Librarian feature on your website. So those of you saying that you don't have steady librarians that can be carrying out online reference service, I'm talking to university librarians and talking to library heads right now. You don't have people to manage your university library website. You can integrate the API of OpenAI, for example, or the API of BART, for example, into your website, and then you can have the chatbots to automatically respond to people intelligently, just as it will do in its normal program. Also, it is current. BART is current. ChatGPT is also current. So ahead, and that's why I put a red mark there. I have not confirmed it clearly at all, because this is ChatGPT wanting to outsmart BART, because BART gives you current access to real-time information. ChatGPT also recently is wanting to now upgrade to currency, but it is only for their premium version. So I'm going to stop here. And if you see, I put question marks in the other places. This is for you to also go and carry your research. Don't rely on my information only. Carry out your research and know which one is best for you. Now, the big bull we need to hold the on, AI versus librarians. I know by seeing this, some of us thought that, I hope librarians are not fighting with ChatGPT when we saw the topic. No, we are not fighting with ChatGPT. Even UNESCO has said it already before that ChatGPT will actually take, AI will actually take some people's job. It will impact people's jobs. But then AI will also bring a lot of opportunities and revolution, improvements in the health sector and so many other places. AI can automate tasks in the library. And here is where I need to wow you. I need to surprise you. This is one of the parts of my presentation that looks so rough. I had to put it in a board, like a mind map. So number one, see how people are using AI, for instance, so that when we get to how librarians can use AI, you can know what to do. Number one, appropriate song suggestions are being suggested by AI. For instance, I've had opportunities to be a DJ in some occasions. If I knew that AI can help me suggest songs that I can play for people that are above 60, I won't be there looking for songs. I don't know, is there anybody online that have experienced something like this? You notice DJ looking for song to play online. Anybody that has that talent? DJs will be online. I'm not seeing their comments again. I hope we are together. Great. Akinola John, thank you very much for confirming that. So you see that with AI, DJs can now just jump into the machine and ask it. The prompt there now says, give me 5 well-known tracks for people who are in the 70s and would be old enough to remember hearing them in their 20s. You get? So if I put this kind of search using Nigerian songs in the 80s, ChatGPT will most likely suggest to me a list of songs like Bolanle or Fela, or songs of the 80s, instead of me cracking my head. This is how ChatGPT is helping DJs. I don't know if any one of you has heard of the rumor that AI was going to court to stand for anybody, to defend, to stand as a counsel. If there was anybody that heard about that rumor, please comment in the chat session. I can bet that many people just heard that rumor, but they did not know what actually happened. So, and that's one important thing about my slide. in this slide, I have the links to the real sources, the real information, the real stories of all these things. Now, what actually happened was there was a particular man who was sued to court, and the man has been using a particular AI technology in his phone. That AI technology suggests to him how he can defend himself in court, what he can reply lawyers, how he can, what best response is, how he can actually win law cases. And it has been helping him to win a lot of cases for people and making a lot of money. So in this case, this man did not continue with this attempt, this rumor that was going on. He did not continue because he was threatened that he was going to face some months of jail term. When you get the slide, try to click on the link to see the story. So lawyers now have AI that can teach them a whole lot of things, show them how to win cases and all whatnot. Then another set of people AI is helping are content creators, entrepreneurs. I don't know, there's this guy that is always wearing one big tie and blue shirt with big stomach, a comedian. He has a brand photo. I've forgotten his, oh, thank you, Motayo. Thank you, Sabinus, that's his name. All right, Sabinus, I heard one time, sued somebody for using his image or his branded, copyrighted brand for something else. Now, AI can help you avoid this kind of issues. How can AI avoid this kind of issues? I'm talking about this particular slide. Now, sorry, I've not been pointing towards what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this slide with the human holding a bottle. So if you are a product person, you sell soap, for example, and you need a beautiful black lady, you can meet AI and tell AI, say, please generate a photo, a hyper-realistic photo of a hyper-realistic photo shoot of, I'm giving you a prompt now, a hyper-realistic photo shoot of a Nigerian lady just stepping out of the bathroom with her skin glowing, with her ebony skin glowing like a sun. I'm not a very romantic person. So, but I'm just trying to give you an example of how to tell AI to give you the kind of result you are seeing right now on the screen. So you have to, and you tell the AI to say, describe that that particular image or lady should be holding a soap in her hand. So AI can generate that image for you, and you will never see that kind of image anywhere. The only person you owe credit for that image is that particular AI that created it for you. And because AI is free, you do not have to pay, except very soon. I know AI will soon get jealous. I said AI is learning and it's getting smarter. So the day you don't give AI credits, AI may disgrace you somewhere where you go and acknowledge and present. You remove the logo that it puts in its work, and you claim it, the watermark it puts in its work, and you claim it's your own. Also, AI has caused a lot of problems. I don't know how many of you have seen this photo on the screen. I'm not seeing my people commenting again. The photo of Elon Musk kissing a lady. Some of you have seen Elon Musk kissing a lady that was dancing. Some of you have seen Elon Musk kissing a very beautiful lady. Different picture. Yes, Elon Musk did not kiss any real human being. That thing you are seeing right now on the screen and other ones you have seen was created by AI. And all these things can misinform the general public. All these things can bring about misinformation, disinformation, all sorts of whatnot that can cause problems in society. See the Pope in the other picture, wearing a very huge hood, like a gangster. That was created by AI. So some people will start talking, and it looks so real. And that's why most people who use AI, they use the prompt keyword, hyper-realistic. Let it create something very realistic. Also, let me quickly play a video for you. So that I can rest. I want to play a video for you, a less than 1 minute video. Please confirm that you can see the video. Please, my cup and water, please.
It's not showing yet.
It's not showing. It's not showing.
Is it the robot video?
Yeah, the robot video.
It's there. Yeah, small. Yes, okay. It's very small. Yeah, we can see it.
But you can see it, right? Can you hear what is going on? Are you sure my sound? Can you see a robot
Fighting? Yeah.
Fighting people? No matter how they distract the robot does not kill a civilian. It has been programmed to do just one thing, and it will do that one thing. Let me try to see if I can make it big. Hello, everyone. Can you see? You can see the video bigger now, right? Can they hear me?
Yes, we can see it. It's a little bit bigger. It's okay. You can go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, so I believe the point is clear now that I wanted to make. The point I wanted to make, so I can pause the video now. The point I wanted to make that AI robotics are being used for military and rescue operations. So there's hardly any way that's not using it. Is it medicine? Medicines, AI are now used to diagnose and propose and treat diseases. AI is now used in education, where you can simulate inside the human body, and you can see how the human body really looks. So these are so many ways AI is revolutionizing the whole system. But then, Dr. Alonge, I'm tempted, I'm bothered to ask, what is actually really holding librarians? What is holding librarians from leveraging on technology? Because I have finished explaining to you what technology can do. I'm about now going into how you can use technologies in libraries. But before we go into that, I want to see your responses in the chat area, suggesting to me what you think is holding librarians back from leveraging technology. Yeah, I had read about the use of swarm robotics. Okay, yes, we are moving on. Zoe, we are moving on. What is holding librarians from leveraging technology, please? Just put it in the chat area. Let me see. Sabawa says we think it will take our place in the library. You see, technophobia. Dr. Alonge, please, I have a request to make. I would like to have access to these chat messages later. Possibly help me do some screenshots. Those of you with your phone, do screenshots of the chats, of the responses and all that. Please, I really need those shots, please.
You'll get it.
All right, thank you. I need so many. Okay, so now I really want to provoke some people now. We have seen what AI can do, but there is still this possibility that after I show you some of the things you can now use AI to do in your library, there are some of us here today that will still not do anything about it. This is not the first workshop you are attending. This is not the first webinar you are attending. So what is the challenge with librarians? Why do we not practice what we preach? We seem to be having so much loads of information, so many publications. I know people who have up to 60 publications. They can't even let us know the impact factor of that publication on their communities or in their library, but they can let us know how many number of citations that publication has. They can let us know how many numbers, how many impact factor, how heavy that impact factor is. So what is really your impact factor? Attending webinars and then not actually practicalizing these things. Remember I said Many librarians have actually written about artificial intelligence before. How come artificial intelligence is coming real to us right now, to our doorsteps, for poor people, for us who do not have the money to acquire robots? We have something that can act like a robot right before us, but yet we are not embracing it. We are not collaborating with it. We are focusing on huge numbers on how to get our promotions right. At this point, I'm particularly speaking to motivate and request that librarians, we need to think beyond poor funding of libraries, think beyond lack of power. There's hardly any librarian that does any research today that in the challenges that they will not mention money or funding, lack of infrastructure, lack of power. Oh my goodness, come on, come on, come on. You have generator, you have your own money. What are you doing? AI is free. You don't need your own money now to use AI to improve your library or your communities. These tools are free. What is stopping you? E-librarian, what is stopping you? Cataloger, what is stopping you? Why do you think we should remain in the traditional way? I think I should stop here because I deliberately am saying this because I want some people to be angry with me after now. But then please be angry with me and do the needful, and then we'll all be happy again. Please, the person that is angry with me, can you drop a comment now and say you're angry with me, please? Okay, while you are identifying yourself as being angry with me, let me quickly show you this next slide. Oh, I can see I've been disconnected again due to network. Dr. Alonge, I'm reconnecting. It keeps disconnecting and coming back.
Okay, yeah, we are waiting for you to reconnect. As I mentioned, we have the attendance link. So make sure you fill the attendance link, because if you need certificate, it's only people that fill the attendance list that will be given the certificate to. Yeah, I can see you are connected. Over to you, sir.
All right. So for those of us who thought that this workshop or webinar was going to be like WrestleMania, I tried my best in creating that concept of a WrestleMania kind of setting. Artificial intelligence versus human intelligence. When I thought about this, I was like, how do I differentiate this thing now? Because it's difficult to, because the only thing I only knew one difference. Only one difference was in my mind. But then I said to myself, wait, artificial intelligence was actually created by humans like me. Who created me? God. So I said, great, then that is the superior difference between artificial intelligence like ChatGPT and humans. So this is to make the establish some very good points. So, and number two, when we had our Adun Library conversation, my university librarian, Dr. Mrs. Gladys Onya, explained to the students that AIs do not have emotions. So I quickly jotted that down. AIs cannot love and they cannot hate. They can only just simulate it. They can only just, they can tell you, if they have been programmed to tell you they love you, they could say, hi, Sylvester, I love you. I also love Dr. Alonge. I love his glasses. But those feelings, those emotions are not real. AI, they don't have their own free will. They cannot make choices on their own. They only make choices and decisions based on how they have been trained. Unlike humans, NLA or your state have gotten me into this training now. But because of the human nature in me, my village people may just come, they attack me right now, I will just get up and say, I'm not doing it again. Humans can just turn off their moves. They can just say, I don't want to do again. But AI cannot, when you ask ChatGPT, ChatGPT cannot just tell you, hey, no, I'm not more interested. I don't want to answer you again. ChatGPT will continue to answer you because it is programmed to answer you. Also, ChatGPT has a limited creativity level. It's creative, yes, it can even ignite creativity in you, But come on now, it is humans like me that created ChatGPT. That's to show that we are creative. We have a wealth, a bank of knowledge in our heads, of refreshing ideas that refreshes every day, unlike ChatGPT that has been programmed to think in a particular way. So we also know the difference between good and evil, unlike ChatGPT. You can go into ChatGPT now and start asking it how to create bomb from local materials around your house. ChatGPT will start to suggest candle, wax, a foil, and different things you can use to create a bomb in your house, not knowing why you want to do this. So imagine you go to a librarian and say, librarian, please, can you teach me how to create a bomb? The librarian self that I know, the stereotype ones, if he does not slap you immediately, unlike AI or artificial intelligence will just let you have your way, and it will answer your question regardless of what you want to do with the information. So I hope I have been able to convince you and not confuse you that there's actually a very great difference between artificial intelligence and human intelligence. But then I have some concerns. Number one, these are my concerns. The creators of developers of AI tools, they are scared of the ugly side of AI. I proved that with one of the videos I played. Number two, I found out also that the amount of money people creating different AI tools today and language models, the amount of money they are investing in developing technology. You see, ChatGPT now wants to be real time on the internet to get information. The way they are advancing technology, they are not spending their money like that to think of how to make it secured, of how to control it, of how to regulate it. Research shows that they are not doing much in this area. If you watch that video, when I give you this slide, you will hear the godfather of AI saying this. They are not investing a lot in improving, in regulating these things, yet they are trying to outsmart and outshine the other person. Also, my other concern is this. In the library where I am here, I have so many smart students, and at the end of this presentation, I'm going to be showing you some of them, of the students today. They use ChatGPT. I'm the e-librarian here, and we have computers that are connected to the internet 24/7 at Admiralty University of Nigeria Library. So these students, I see them using ChatGPT. I see them using BARD to answer their questions and assignments. What have I done? I will show you, I will explain to you how I made myself relevant to these students and why they keep coming to the library. Now, the problem we are going to be seeing soon is AI provides some intelligent answers that are even more smarter and better than the answers we have on our marking scheme as lecturers. Iyabode say I should increase the volume. Are you sure with this loud voice? Everybody, can you hear me?
Yeah, the volume is appropriate. Maybe she should increase her own. It's okay. Thank you.
Okay. So now, the answers that ChatGPT can give you is even better than your own answer you have in your marking scheme as a lecturer. So there's a lot of problem coming in the future for educationists and students. And I hope that we address these concerns. Also, there's a security issue, and I put the link to it. ChatGPT was hacked some months back, and they came out to claim that they have actually fixed that issue. ChatGPT, other people were able to see what some persons were asking, the chat history of what some people had done. They were also able to access financial information, especially for those using the paid version of ChatGPT. So you see, these 4 concerns, after my old assessment since January, is what is making me share this thing so passionately to you. But then the big question comes, like my brother with the big beard here, who is thinking. AI is also thinking. What should we do? I want to see your comments. From everything we've learned so far, should we compete with AI or should we collaborate with AI? Just drop your comments there. I don't want us to, there's a part where you actually speak. So I will open your mic and then we'll hear from you. Should we compete or should we collaborate with AI? Should we compete or should we collaborate with AI? We should, okay, oh, let's collaborate. We should collaborate. Let's collaborate. Who is winning? Poor fund. Who is the same poor fund by this time? Strong collaboration. Nobody is saying we should compete. No, please take notes of the definition of terms, how I defined collaboration and competing. It is not in the way you assume it. Use that definition of terms to, good, I'm seeing somebody. Iyabode says we should compete. To nice one, Liberian, I hear you. Okay. Okay, my screen has gotten disconnected again. So I'm sharing again. The devil is a liar. The devil is a liar. So I'm sharing now, I'm live. So
Mr. Stephen, you can be concluding gradually, you know. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I mean, yes, I'm concluding now.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you. Number 3 out of 4. But can you see? Can you use AI to improve service delivery? Now, I dive right into it. Number 1, you can use AI for cataloging. Let me explain to you how you would do this. Using AI for copy cataloging is just like AI is the technology LC use and all that. So you can actually go to ChatGPT and use AI for cataloging. If the book is available online, it can get the bibliographic information for you. And it can do this really quick.
Am I the only one? Can we still hear Mr. Sylvester? I'm not sure if we can hear him now. There should be a network issue. So let's wait. As we are waiting, the attendance has been pasted here. It's working. So sorry, yes, we can see.
Hello, sir, can you hear me now? Let me use this mic.
Yeah, please go ahead, please.
Can you hear me, sir?
Go ahead, please. We can hear you now.
Okay. So I was saying indexing and abstracting is one particular task in a library that librarians hardly carry out. Some of them shy away from it because it is very tasking and demanding. So many people do not actually engage in it. So what can be done? ChatGPT or AI can help you summarize magazine. Even the website, Vanguard magazine, just give it the information, just give AI the magazine. AI will summarize it for you. You can give it a particular article, it will summarize it for you. You can program it, prompt it to give you a particular information. These are the things it can do for you. I've also talked to you about how you can use it. You can integrate it, the API, into your website and offer real-time reference and frequently asked questions services on your website. So for some of you who are looking for people to pay, I hope I'm not spoiling anybody's job right now. You can pay ChatGPT for their API and embed it into your website, and you actually need a program or two to help you do some of all these things. You can also get insights. One other major problems libraries are having is the problem, come and connect this computer to Zoom. One of the problems we are having is the problem of connecting, of getting people to use our libraries. low patronage in libraries. With ChatGPT, I think you should consider, from WhatsApp, you should consider actually asking ChatGPT to investigate the user behavior, the changing needs of students or the changing needs of lecturers of this century, and what are the best ways you can meet those changing needs. ChatGPT will recommend things and services that you need to be doing that can drag their attention. And for you who do not have time to summarize books, to do book reviews, for instance, there's one of my paper that was recently published on the Koha we use in our library, the library management system we use in our library. So I wanted to see the shortcomings of that work. So I copied my work and I dropped it on Google Bard. What Google Bard did, based on the prompt on how I prompted it, Google Bard highlighted knowledge gaps. It highlighted areas that I could have written better, areas that didn't correlate, areas that were not factual also. Google identified these areas in my work. So imagine if AI had assisted me Please unmute me. Okay. So I'll just dive right in. I'm assuming that you are seeing what's on the screen. The host is not allowing participants to unmute themselves. Sir, please,
yes,
I need to unmute
yes.
my...
Okay, you are okay. You are a co-host. You can unmute yourself, please.
Okay, yes, I've been able to do that now.
And you have double speaker now. You can mute one. Thank you.
Yeah. Is it still echoing? No.
No, it's okay now.
Okay. So because you can see the screen, I should not explain every other thing there. The only one I will explain now is that you can be a multi-potentialite librarian. I've written about this recently. You can be a trailblazer. Be that librarian that your institution consults when there is something trendy, when there is something new that nobody knows about. Be that librarian that teaches people that thing. This is how you will remain relevant. Imagine that I and my library, my colleagues, we hosted a talk on ChatGPT in February, few months after ChatGPT release. We hosted a talk amongst ourselves, and this started drawing students to us instead of them running away now that they can do things for themselves. Now they come to us for guidance. When they are using these things, we let them know the effect this can have on them. We teach them when they should use it and when not to use it. So all these features and a whole lot I can't say now because of time are the ways that you can use ChatGPT. Time will not permit me, but there is a practical, and I intend to, I'll be organizing a webinar very soon in the Branded Librarians community where I'll be doing a hands-on. Time will not permit us to do that here, so we're going to do a practical. But Dr. Alonge, while I'm rounding up, this is the most important part of this webinar. And please pardon me to just explain it to everyone. Now you know the tools that I use to create images. And I've only suggested 3 tools for you: Bard, ChatGPT, and Bing. My dear librarians, imagine what you can achieve if you have access to over 2,000 other AI tools that you can leverage on. This is the opportunity I want to give to you right now. I want to freely give to everybody that is in this webinar right now a gift. right now. I don't know if you are ready. Can I see you in this chat session? Chat session, chat session, chat session. Can I see you in the chat session? Yes, those who are ready for these gifts. Okay, I can see their messages now. Thank you, Jumoke. Now, you will not just get access to these gifts. Let me tell you how this gift came about. I did not work on this alone. My wife, Christabel, she has been working on this with me for up to a month right now, compiling and testing over 20 recommended AI tools that librarians and professionals can use. We have tested all these tools. And imagine it now, when a librarian recommends, when a librarian prescribes, it's like when a doctor prescribes a drug. So when I say that this list I'm going to give to you, this is a package, not just a list. It's called the Prescribed AI Tools for Productivity. It will show you how to create things that I create and how to create engaging slides like I'm doing right now. Let me just surprise you with one of them, for example. Do you know that in this package I want to share with you, there's one AI tool for busy professionals, busy professors and doctors here right now. You don't need to prepare slide again. Are they seeing my face? Eh? They're not seeing my face. I want them to see me now with what I want to say. You don't need to prepare.
We can see your face. We can see your face.
Okay. You don't need to prepare slides again by yourself, spending hours doing it. All you just need to do, carry your manuscripts, the bullet points of your manuscript, drop it in this AI. This AI will prepare a PowerPoint for you. It will not just prepare a PowerPoint for you, it will insert appropriate pictures that depicts, they can't see my face anyway, but let me continue because of time. It will prepare accurate PowerPoints, pictures that exactly describes the points you want to portray. Is anybody excited to know that? Anybody here? Anybody? All right. So this is just one of the tools that I have in this list. And I can assure you that we have prepared this thing carefully. We tested all the tools that we want to recommend for you. They are prescribed by a librarian and a content creator. My wife is a content creator, by the way. Okay, so now this is how you will get access to that thing. Screenshot this, what you have right now. Guess, I actually went to Google Bard and I wanted to portray a picture of a librarian that will refuse to comply with what they have learned to hear today. So I said, Bing, create a powerful and thought-provoking, hyper-realistic representation of an African traditional librarian holding a book amidst a vibrant and diverse tech-savvy crowd of individuals from various walks of life. Capture the librarian's expression, which may reveal a mix of curiosity that is worried and skepticism. Make it hyper-realistic, please. So please, the person that can give me the best answer now, I'm in the chat area. Dr. Alonge, can you help me get the first person that can provide the best answer?
Okay, no problem. Yeah.
Yes. The person that can give me the best answer that depicts this description among these 4 pictures that AI gave me. Somebody said column 3. The person that can give me the best will be the first person to get this gift. Somebody say column 2. Selekwaki said column 2. Ronki, okay. Okay, because of time, I will proceed to the answer. But just drop your answer, drop your answers. Now, this is the answer. The answer, the picture that actually best represented the prompt that I gave is what you are seeing right now on the screen. AI created this for me, and this picture is not available anywhere online. Now, what you can do now, that person is Selewake Doc. Did you get that person's name? That person said number 2.
Number 2.
Please.
Number 2
yes,
is Yabode.
Let her drop her email. My wife will reach out to her. Yes, she will get this package as soon as possible. She will be getting access to this package. Let her drop her email.
Please drop your email to me. Send your email to me.
Exactly. Then also screenshot this part. For other people who do not have this opportunity to respond quickly, if you want this package that I told you, all you just need to do is what is on your screen right now. Download this picture. I'm going to share with you a link. If you go to my Facebook page, you will see all this picture. I posted it earlier this morning. Just caption this photo, make a post of this photo, and tag me. Post this picture in the branded librarians community. Once you post this picture there, you automatically will have access to the prescribed AI tools for productivity, over 20 that can be used for writing, used for creating videos, used for creating anything at all. So just follow the instructions as I round up. So lastly, as I hand over the microphone to Dr. Alonge, I want you to know that there's a call to every one of us. Are we now going to collaborate? Are we going to compete? Or are we going to cruise with all this information that we know right now? What will you do? Will you compete? Will you collaborate? Will you just hang in the line? While you are hanging in the line, bear in mind that the tips I can give you from my experience with students and people using this AI tool and the level I stand as a multipotentialite librarian, trying to not do exactly what those who are not informed about these things are doing with AI. I am currently advising you as a librarian, if you want to stand out and make your library very relevant, empower, do what I am doing right now. Teach people about AI. They will see the value in you and they will subscribe to what you are doing. Number two, you can't teach what you don't know. Go and learn all these things, research. It took me a lot of time to learn about all this. Number three, be vast, know the changes, know the current things about AI. Number four, build relationship, look for mentors, look for people to work with. Collaborate. You can't do this on your own. Look for mentors, follow people, join platforms that can help you, not irrelevant WhatsApp groups. In fact, eject yourself from groups that do not add meanings to your life and belong to only groups that can add values to your life. Number two, all these things I've said are the things that will help you to stand out. Then another thing that librarians should do, they should foster responsible AI usage. Once you start doing these things, you will become relevant. If anything wants to happen in your school that has to do with innovation and AI tech, if a librarian is not there to provide practical, technical support, they will not start that meeting. So always advocate for ethical usage. Teach people how to use this thing ethically so that it doesn't land them in trouble. Just like this rat you are seeing now. The rat is in a jar, he saw cheese, he is eating, forgetting that it will have to come outside. This is what we call long-term goals versus short-term goals. You understand? The rat finishes the food. Now imagine, next time the rat wants to eat, can you hear me? Next time the rat wants to eat, it is whatever AI gives to it, it will do. The rat is now subjected to AI. So we must continue to teach people these things. And please don't rely on just one side of AI story that you have heard today. Make your own research, learn more. Yes, we need AI, but AI also needs us so as to not go and bring about the destruction of humanity. Praise the Lord. All right, the last slide. Thank you, Dr. Alonge. Don't worry, don't give me paper. I see Dr. Alonge is stretching a paper to me. I'm true now. I'm true now. As you can see on the screen, I'm asking a simple question. In one word, describe this webinar that NLA or your state as organized. Put it in the chat area in one word. Describe just one word. I want to see that now. In one word, describe how you feel about this webinar that NLA has. Just one word. Those people that speak many grammar like me, don't comment. Superb, mind-blowing, enlightened, impacted, educative. I'm waiting for more. I'm waiting for more. Keep giving us more. Keep giving us more. Impacted. Let us know how this webinar has impacted is affecting you. Organized by NLA or your state chapter. Let us know how the webinar is affecting you. And when you get this slide, you will see a lot of resources. I'm going to increase this list before I send the slide to you. So that's why I'm appealing. You are not getting the slide immediately. Maybe tomorrow or Saturday, you get the slide. And I'll give Dr. Alonge the details on getting the slide. And also, I also want to use this medium now to appreciate and acknowledge my team, those who are behind the scene right now supporting me. I had serious issues. As I'm speaking with you, my phone crashed this morning. I can't use my phone. I can't see. My screen is blind this morning, preparing for this program. A lot of things happened. My computer started misbehaving. So that was why. But then because of Christabel, the studio officer of Admiralty University, I was able to pull this together. Because of my amazing students, Bamidele is a great guy. These are great guys who use AI very ethically and are doing great things with it. Also, Blessing Etuk, they did so wonderfully well. Ogene Yoma Victor, he's my tech guy, and he will be one of my facilitators in the practical AI program I'll be hosting very soon. Lastly, I want to say a very big thank you to NLA and very big thank you to my daddy, to my mentor who I met several years ago, Dr. Alonge. Thank you for recommending me to be the speaker in this webinar when you know I talk too much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so very much.
I really appreciate this opportunity. God bless you all. Reach out to me on social media. Join the Branded Librarians community. You will have unlimited access to me to ask me any question. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bless you all.
This is beautiful. Let's just, we can do the clapping. Yes, I can see Alao Adikule clapping virtually. But I'm clapping virtually and also physical. This is so beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We really appreciate you. I know you've really spent time beyond what we planned, but I believe everybody's enjoying it. You know, even we have full Zoom. We are using 100 participants Zoom. It's filled up. And even on YouTube also, people are there watching this presentation. Yeah, please still be online, so that people can see your face. Now, questions, comments, you know, you can drop your comments on the forum. Just entertain few, you know, please question, comment. He has said a lot, and he has a lot of resources that we can benefit from. And if you register in attendance and if you are getting certificate, you are going to get the material, you know. Yeah, please comment, question. You can raise your hand. You can raise your hand so that we can hear from you. Question, comment. Yes. Okay. Let me see people raising hand. Okay. I'll stop sharing. Let's stop sharing the screen. Yes. Yeah. Who is raising? Okay. Okay. Can we see anybody want to speak? You want to ask question? You can drop your question on the chat room. Yes, Dr. Elvis. Yeah, just 30 seconds. Ask your question or you drop it. 30 seconds. Over to you.
Doc, my mic, I can't unmute.
Oh, who is that? Who is speaking?
Sylvester, I can't unmute anymore.
Okay, yes. Yeah, you have been made co-host again. You can unmute. I can see Elvis, Dr. Elvis raising hand. Yes, you have been asked to speak. Yeah, please. Okay, please, we can hear you now.
All right, good. Thank you. I want to first of all thank the presenter. Done wonderfully well on this. I think I'm satisfied so far. The time wasted here, I must say, I really gained a lot. All right, my question goes to the title of when he mentioned types of AI tools, mentioned the bar, then chats, GPT and others. I want to ask, please, can we have the link to this bar tool? Like he gave us earlier on the site, the link site to ChatGPT. Can we have the link site to that of BAT?
Okay, yeah, I believe it's going to give us all this. Any comment on that? You know, in the PowerPoint, it's going to give us everything. Make sure you register to be, in the attendance. Yeah. Is that correct, sir? Sylvester,
Hello,
we can't hear you. Okay, yeah, yes, you can.
I'm actually taking note of the questions, so I will just answer them in just one speech.
That's good. It's okay that way. Yeah, any other person? Yeah, Yabo, Adewumi. Yeah, so you've been asked to speak now. Yeah, no, you can unmute yourself. Look at your screen. Unmute yourself.
Yeah, I've actually unmute myself. Okay. Thank you for this wonderful presentation. It was like I'm sleeping. I just been woken up. Actually, I've been looking for a way for this, but I thank God that I'm able to get actually what this AI is actually about. This is like a layman explanation that I really now understand. Sir, I will need a training in it. I don't know how you can organize. I want to be present physically. That's number one. Yes, I need a physical training. I need to get it. Yes. Then number two is I want something. I sent my email. Yaboadewumi1@gmail. I got the answer right.
Noted.
Okay. So that is, I just need a training. So that
noted.
I will know where
you will respond to that. Please, I want people to have their name. I can see iPhone. Who is iPhone? Put your name there. iPhone, let me just give you room to speak. The next time I won't do that. Yeah, thank you very much, Mrs. Iyabo. Yeah, iPhone, over to you. As we are waiting.
Right,
okay, good.
Thank you, Doctor, and I actually appreciate the speaker.
Your name, please. Your name, please.
My name is John Nwafo.
Okay.
Yes, thank you so much. I'm actually reaching from Abuja. And I'm not actually going to ask any question. I'm just to commend the presenter. He has done a lot of research and he has done so well by enlightening us on this ChatGPT and BAD. Over time, I've heard about ChatGPT since last year, but the BAD and the Bing, I'm just hearing about them. And it's a very great opportunity for us as a librarian to make judicious use of these tools while they are still available. But I don't know if there's any training you can host on how to create a database for librarians, on process on how to create a database where we can as well see how we can impactfully help our parent organization to document or to store their information resources. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. iPhone, for that. I know we'll respond. I have a question from Happiness, Michael. He said, my question is that, is there any other AI that can be used to read projects, thesis, in order to ensure students are actually qualified to be given the degree they are pursuing? Yeah, he will respond. I'm familiar with Nova. Maybe, I know, Sylvester, do you use Nova? Nova is a paid one, the AI, which is very, very beautiful. It has many. Please, you can, any commendation can be dropped on the forum. Another question from Shodipe Mobolanle. Can ChatGPT be used at circulation unit of the library? Can I have access to prescribed AI tools? Yeah, which other one? Can we have the video? Yes, the link of that YouTube is the link to the video, which you can watch later. And also, we encourage you to join the WhatsApp group we have, where we can share more resources and also fill the attendance. At this point, let me give, I have Yaya Aliyu. 30 seconds, no commendation, type your commendation. Just go to your question. And also after that, Ozioma, over to you, Yaya. Yahaya Aliyu. Yeah. Yahaya Aliyu first. Yes.
Yes, I'm there. Thank you, the organizer. I want to quickly ask question and also appreciate Dr. Sylvester.
Just ask your question, drop the appreciation.
Okay, my question is on ChatGPT. Recently, there was a presentation by Professor Wole Michael Olatokun from UI, who actually expatiated on how ChatGPT can actually be used in research, especially for your literature review, and assist you in writing a complete, your paper. So I want to know, how can an individual or as a librarian get access to a full package of ChatGPT? That's my question. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that. Ozioma, over to you. That's the last question. Then we go.
Hello, please. My question is this: considering some of the ethical issues of artificial intelligence, like plagiarism. So my question is this: do we really have technological solution to the use of ChatGPT? Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. I will allow to respond, then we now read more questions on the screen that will close. Over to you. Yeah.
Okay, hello, sir. Can you all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead, please.
All right, I will make this very quick. I won't be talking too much this time. Direct to the point. Types of, because I wrote them down, types of AI tools. Can we have the link to BARD? For types of AI tools, I told you already that I have a prescribed tools for you that is prescribed specially for you. And I've shown you how to get it. That's one. Then also, I've given you 3 different types of AI tools that are relevant for you. I didn't mention irrelevant AI tools. I mentioned BARD and others. So the link to BARD is bard.google.com, just like every other Google products. If you want to go to Gmail, it's mail.google.com. If you want to go to Google Forms, it's forms.google.com. Now that they have created BARD AI, it's bard.ai.com. bard.google.com, I mean. Also, Iyabo says if she would need a physical training. I don't see how possible that is right now, except you want to host one somewhere. I can't come over there except that we know the answer to that question, but I'll be organizing a series of online webinars. All you just need to do, follow Dr. Alonge, NLA, or they keep holding webinars. Like as at this month, last year, Dr. Alonge, you know the story now?
Yeah.
My village people still followed me again.
Yeah. No problem. It is well. We do more. We do more together.
We thank God. Yeah. So they're always doing webinars like this, and you can always join webinars like this, and you will learn a lot from it. You don't have to see the person in physical, and you get to learn. Also, is there another AI that can be used to read projects, theses, in order to ensure students are actually qualified? I don't know who asked that question, but pardon me, I don't want to be biased. I don't want to assume, but there are some students who ask the question because they want to know how to outsmart their lecturers. And one thing I forgot to mention is don't withhold information from your students anymore because they know how to get those information. So give them the information, but guide them. So what I can tell you is, yes, there are tools that can actually detect AI. Even OpenAI has their own detectors. Doc has mentioned the paid version of Nova. Yeah, Nova. So then there's Turnitin to an extent can do that. There are other plagiarism detectors. They can't go, because whether you like it or not, AI also goes into some of these sources and gets this information. It's just that it paraphrases it. But Sorry, please. What I'm going to recommend, let me show you a secret how you can catch these students. Number one, tell them to defend their work. Are you with me? That person that asked that question. When they submit this work to you, you become the AI detector. These are the things I said, librarians, there's no time. You want to make me start teaching again. I have up to like 5 things you can do to detect an AI generated work. You know your students. They cannot give you intelligent responses. You know what they can give you. By the time you see their writing pattern changes, that's another one. You know that they have gone to meet one babalawo somewhere. So you don't. You don't as strong. You don't. Anyway, I stop with just those 2. Let me move to the next question. Number 4, hosting of databases for librarians. I'm not sure what you meant by hosting of a database. Did you get that, Dr. Alonge?
Maybe it's trying to say maybe it's a list of AI tools that we can use for, as a librarian, which we are going to provide in the PowerPoint.
Okay, I'll provide those tools that are really only the relevant ones to us for professionals. Then please bear in mind, I know that there are some people who are here that are not librarians, so I apologize to you, please. I know some people have entered here. The ushers have not given you chairs to sit down. Sorry, please.
Thank you.
I am apologizing on your behalf. I know you are still drawing value, but bear in mind that some of these things can be converted to your own field and it will also work for you. Also, can ChatGPT be used for, this question is not complete, okay. They say it's online, okay. How can ChatGPT 2 be personally used? Please go back to my slide. I talked about how ChatGPT can be used. The trainer should do what? Just go to my slide. It's all there. How can an individual or a librarian get full package of ChatGPT? Go to OpenAI, right? It's escaping my head now. What's the link again? OpenAI, ChatGPT, OpenAI. The link is in the slides. I don't talk too much. I've forgotten the link.
Thank you.
I'll type it in the chat section now. So do we have technology solution to the use of ChatGPT? These questions are not very clear. So Doc, thank you very much.
I think what they mean is that, since students are using ChatGPT, how do we detect them? You've mentioned that. We can also be a detector ourselves, but even a software like Turnitin can discover that.
Yes,
Turnitin. And again, you use ChatGPT. You can search for that material in ChatGPT and it will show it 100%.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
The conversation continues. Mr. Sylvester has a Facebook page that is very, very informative. He has shared the link. Join. You can also join Nigerian Library Association or your state chapter webinar page. You can learn. You can also follow some of us on Twitter. We tweet a lot about this. My own Twitter or Sylvester's Twitter or all other librarians that are online. We have Twitter where we drop information from time to time. Now, not to waste our time, we appreciate everyone. I will invite the PRO, Public Relations Officers of the Oyo State chapter of Nigerian Library Association, Mr. John Akinola, to give us the closing remark. Over to you, sir, and some other announcements.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. I think we have learned 1 or 2 things. Personally, on behalf of the chairperson for your state library association, I say thank you to everybody that has been part of this webinar. And then to our presenter, Mr. Sylvester Israel Ebono, we really appreciate you. You have opened more spaces, and then we need to compete, we need to collaborate, and then we need to, we must guide against cruising, ChatGPT versus librarians. We are very, very, very happy for the delightful things that you have done. And then we still want people to follow us because for your state's chapter of NLA, we are setting the pace for librarians. And then so that people can see that's what we can do as a profession. And others that are not librarians that are here, there are things that you can learn from this webinar that you can use for your own profession. Thank you. And then we have this for certificates, people that need certificates. If you are a member of your state NLA, you pay 500 naira. But if you are not a member, you pay 1,000 naira. So we are going to drop the account details and how you are going to share the receipts of the payment. Because Mrs. Ikenna, our vice chairperson, will be in charge of that. So whenever you share the receipt, so they can acknowledge that you are paid, and then the certificate will be made available to you. So I also thanks all other people here, even from Kenya, Mrs. Derisa, thanks for joining. All over Nigeria, thanks, and then God bless everybody. So if you still have any other comments, Dr. Alunga will drop the webinar chat, the link to our webinar chat, so that every other things will be captured there. And then from time to time, we are still going to giving you more tips on librarianship and other training that is coming up. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Akinola John. That is our able public relation officer for Nigerian Library Association Oyo State chapter. I will also need to recognize the member of the team that put this webinar together. We have Dr. Oluwabunmi Bakare, who is the secretary of this committee, Mrs. Grace Ikena, Mr. David Okaiku, Mrs. Tone Oyelude, Ms. Fashola, we have Mr. Soji Oloyede, and also the able PRO, Mr. Akinola John. My name is Ayodele John Alunge. I moderate this program, and also I chair the committee that's organizing this. Thank you, everyone. Before we go, you need to do group photograph, virtual group photograph. So we have full house. More than 100 people attended this webinar, both on Zoom and also on the WhatsApp. So please put on your video, smile. Let's take the video and let's take the pictures, so that we can make it available. And don't forget, mark the attendance. It is very, very important. Yeah. Oh, Mr. Oloyede, you are here. I can see your face. I was on meeting. Yeah. So then we will just a minute. Let me also just a minute. Are we ready?
Yeah, we are ready.
Yeah. Okay. So that we can interact. You can unmute yourself now to greet, socialize. Oh, yeah, good. That is first picture.
Thank you so much. Emily, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Picture is still on. Please just a minute. For your video.
It's already on.
Guys, I wonder.
Wow.
Yeah, thank you all for coming. Thank you.
I see a lot of persons
I'll
here.
just on the Imo State chapter.
Thank you, Dr. Ayo.
Thank you very much. And sincerely, we appreciate the speaker. He's a great man. He's a great man. You can follow him on
Twitter.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. So you can socialize. You can